How much time he saves who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, meaning we actually are always going to be able to save a lot more and a whole lot of effort, energy, quality about and within ourselves if we're able to just abandon the others to their business, and if we're just able to alleviate, and liberate ourselves not only from our own desires, temptations, yearnings, lusts for external validation, approval, money, success, riches, all the time, and also everything else that's essentially external and therefore beyond, removed and divorced from our control and desire. And if we're also able to basically liberate ourselves from the others' judgments, efforts, actions, opinions, thoughts, all the time directed against us because of our qualities, then also we can save a lot of time than we can imagine in the present. We can also save a lot of our energy, effort, actions, habits, qualities, and other virtues if we're always concerned, focused, concentrated, invested, and emphasized upon the achievement and cultivation of our growth and own learning, progress, development all the time. And if we're also always able to consider what we think essentially, fundamentally, and say and do to and about ourselves that obviously matters the most to us, and that matters obviously more than anything else in the world, and not even our beloved close allies or friends' opinions regarding us, because ultimately it is all about ourselves, because every man is going to be for himself, for their own success, ambition, desire, need, and for the fulfillment, realization of the individual dreams, decisions. So every man is for himself. And all these friendships, relations, are all facades and pretenses that we put on in our lives out of desperation, frustration, and to escape insecurities, disadvantages. But ultimately, inevitably, everything falls apart as it should, because everything's meant to end, everything's meant to perish, and these friendships also are going to disappear. So obviously, we must be focused then in that sense and concentrated and invested particularly upon ourselves and upon the development, cultivation, growth, enhancement of our talent, qualities, virtues, values all the time, and the removal, management, or rectification of our disadvantages, deficiencies, and insecurities. That way we can save a lot more time than we have and than we can imagine and work for in the present. But we have to abandon the others for that to happen to their own business, thinking, thoughts, and actions by not worrying about at all about what